Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor. I'm back with another chapter reading from On Isis and Osiris. And you know what to do. Then again, let me go ahead and reiterate it. Please go to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries, Kemet Edition. Put a like over there. Definitely subscribe. Definitely make some comments. You know what I mean? But since our last reading, how has life been treating you? How has you been treating yourself, in life? Tax season is almost over, so I hope you have saved. For those of you that are just filing, those of you just receiving, stay on your course, stay on your path. You know what I mean? Tomorrow can be a guarantee, and tomorrow cannot, and tomorrow can be not promised. Excuse me. But plan for the future. I know that there comes a time we don't teach that. I know there comes a time we don't even show that we're living for tomorrow. But let's buckle down. Let's try to get ahead of things so that we can focus more on our babies. Let's try to get our babies ahead of things so that when it comes a time that they have to step out here on their own, take care of themselves, where they have no one else to help them, they have that know-how in them to get it done. Sometimes, you know what I mean, you come across obstacles you feel that you can't overcome, and you can. And it's time to teach your kids that whom you pray to, whom they pray to, will not put nothing on them that they cannot stand. And it's time to teach it. It's time to get your kids to believe it. It's time to get your kids to stand in it. Whom we pray to is powerful. You know what I mean? I mean, powerful. Can stop it all. But there's a cycle that your life go through, and it can't be interrupted. I believe that you can interrupt it by your choices. You feel me? I do believe that our palm holds the road, the directions we're going to go through. And it can be altered. You can wake thinking different than you did yesterday. Let's get into this chapter reading. We're at chapter 25 of On Isis and Osiris. The Egyptians, believing that Typhon was born with red hair, dedicate to sacrifice the red-colored oxen and make the scrutiny so close that if the beast should have even a single black or white hair, they considered it unfit for sacrifice, because such beasts offered for sacrifice is not acceptable to the gods, but the contrary, as is. Whatsoever has received the souls of unholy and unjust men that have migrated into other bodies, for which reason they heap curses on the head of the victim, cut it off, and formerly used to throw it into the river. But nowadays they sell it to foreigners. God almighty. That was hard. That was hard to digest right there. So that means you won't, being that this book is these gods and goddesses that is being talked about in this book is from Africa. You know what I mean? They did barter and trade with foreigners. They traded with the Middle East. They traded with Europe. They traded with Asia. You feel me? They traded with whatever race was here in America. You feel me? In this land. Because, when you think about it, you know what I mean, there are documentaries, there are facts that Africans was here in America, Indians was here in America, Asians was here in America, Europeans was here in America before Christ. All these cultures, all of these continents set out on a voyage to find new land. You feel me? They explored. So if you think that they didn't have the mindset to just get up and say, you know something, I've heard of a land over here. I'm going to go build this boat and see if I can make it and start my culture, start my kingdom. That's how it was. You know what I mean? You know, we call it gangs in the now. Back then, you know what I mean, they were forming a kingdom. You get me? So when you think about the structure of anything, it comes from alchemy. How you used it is wrong. You know what I mean? Because when you look at the gang activity, what has it produced? It has not produced a kingdom. It has produced a lot of violence. You feel me? A lot of violence is what it has produced. It has not produced a kingdom. You get me? A kingdom, a dynasty, a legacy. It has not done that. For which reason they heap curses on the head of the victim, cut it off, and formerly used to throw it into the river. But nowadays they sell it to foreigners. But the ox intended for sacrifice, those of the priests entitled sealers, used to seal the signet burning, as Castor relates, and engraving of a man forced down on his knees, with hands twisted round upon his back, having a sword placed against his throat, showing that the primitive human victim was commuted thus. The ass has got the credit of his resemblance to Typhon, as they think, on account of his stupidity and unruliness, as well as his color, for which reason as they detest Osiris, especially of he Persian kings, as sacrilegious and polluted, they surnamed him the ass. And he replying, the ass shall feast upon your bull. He slaughtered the apis, as Dinan tells us. But those who say that Typhon made his flight out of the battle during 7 days upon the ass, and after escaping begot Erosolimus and Judacious. These are discovered by that very fact to be the lugging the Jewish history into the legend. That's the end of chapter 25. I believe, you know, I did this right because I believe I've kept up to the point that I'm keeping this up with Genesis and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold up. I'm skipped somewhere. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and we would have just finished 31 if I did it like that, but I do remember reading past. I do remember it being 2 or 3 chapters. You got what I'm saying, combined in one. But anywho, once again, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go like, share, subscribe, comment, at my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries Kemet Edition. Look, we're out of time, plus my battery going dead on my phone. Look, if I don't love you, don't nobody love you. I'm out.